Hello, my name is Sequoya. Thank you so much for being here on the channel with me, Goddess Ladybug, um, where we talk about queerness because I identify as a Black queer femme, divinity and spirituality, and lifestyle. So I wanted to come on really quickly and just pull some cards around this magician energy and using nature and the elements to heal yourself. And I'm going to do this reading a little bit different than the ones that I've kind of done before because I pull energy around nature elements. I wanted to, and these are the cards that I pulled. A Greek word that means force or power of citizens, the people. I pulled this card, a Turkish word that means silver cypress tree, the shining white glimmering of moonlight on water. And then I got to be able to withstand the cold. And so the message that came to me from pulling those cards, again, it's just based on this magician energy. And in the tarot, there is a magician card, and that I associate the magician with Gemini energy. And in that, usually in magician cards, there is an individual, a figure in the card that is typically holding a wand, but they have on the table, elements of all four elements of nature. So there's a pentacle, there's water, there's air, and then there's fire. Okay. Yeah, so we got preparation. So it says luck comes most often to the person and the place where preparation, opportunity, and skill meet. And the numerology on that card is a 3. So for me, how that kind of ties into this energy that I picked up on is, you have been um, preparing for, gathering just different aspects of yourself, your existence, which again ties into that magician energy and nature and the elements. And with you kind of centering yourself and really calling your energy back. Um, you're not scattered. One of the things that happens when we are in relationship with folks is, we get pulled in a lot of different directions related to, what other folks have going on, what other folks want us to be doing with our time. And so we get drained from being pulled in those different directions, which makes us not have energy, for ourselves. So it feels like, when I say elements, this could be you kind of stepping back from 4 or 5 different people, 4 or 5 different situations where you've just kind of felt scattered and you put your energy into these things and maybe you haven't gotten, much back. We got truth. Look at that. The numerology on this card is 3 as well. An honest desire to know and speak the truth produces beneficial results. This affirms just that boundary setting, stepping back, right, from 4 or 5 different things. And I get 4 or 5 because, of the 4 elements, 5 if you consider ether. And then dream, connect to your intuitive dream world of metaphors and symbols. And so that to me ties into this magician energy, related to, and nature just popped out. Okay. So um, let's pull a little bit of tarot around the elements. So I want to do a spread that is centered on the elements. And we're just going to ask the question, what's what does spirit, universe, God, Allah, Jehovah, Ra, our higher self, your Ori, the Orishas, what do they want us to know related to these four elements? Okay. Water is emotions, right? Wands, fire is action oriented, passion, creativity. Earth is um, usually stability, financial, and then air is mental capacity, thoughts, communication, and then ether is spirit. So we'll do a spread and we'll just ask what, and I say eternal, to acknowledge God. And you can, again, just kind of choose whatever aligns or resonates for you. This could be your higher self, doesn't have to be, associated again with anything that doesn't resonate for you. Okay. So let's get a few cards. I hope that you are well. Please definitely like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I have quite a few offerings, below in the description box related to the offerings. I would love to be able to provide some support for you. Okay. So related to this magician energy, the first card that kind of popped out is overall energy right now. And what I'm getting from this is, one of the things that you've had to kind of process, heal from, reflect more on, kind of change up, shift your mindset about is partnership, you know, romantic partnership. Um, One of the things that I've talked about in quite a few videos is, being mindful of the way that we seek relationships, put ourselves out there related to relationships, how we start relationships, so saw the Page of Swords, you've been putting a lot of mental energy into that. You could also be potentially reading a lot more on your attachment styles, the way that you attach to people. Okay, so let's get a card for air, the air element. How have you been using the air element and what's the message? Okay, let's do two. So how have you been using the air element? What's the energy around that? And then what's the message from spirit, from eternal, related to air? And then what's the message? Okay, so for air, the air element, it looks like you have been, um, really what this gives me is Knight of Cups. You've been doing a lot of protection work around your thoughts. So this is kind of related to what I mentioned about reflecting on, the way that you join in or make relationships. This feels like, yeah, partner continues to come out. Um, and then the Knight of Cups is a kind of love or emotional offer. You have been shifting your mindset about the way that you seek out partnerships, start partnerships. You're kind of coming out of victim mentality, blaming others. Here we go. You're not blaming others anymore, related to, just the experiences where you've either offered to someone or they've offered to you, and there hasn't been, the results haven't been like reciprocal or this equal give and take. You have kind of shifted around just feeling like you need to guard your heart, or guard yourself. You are understanding that you need to trust your intuition and follow your gut whenever get a red flag. You've also been thinking about what are green flags. So what are the experiences that make you feel emotionally safe, physically safe, so on with people, so that when you have those experiences, you aren't associating it all with trauma. Okay, so let's get Earth. That was beautiful. Let's get Earth energy. How have you been using the Earth element? And then what does Eternal want you to know about it? How have you been using the Earth element to heal yourself? And then what does Eternal want you to know about it? Thank you for being here. Please definitely like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Earth element. Okay. So we, excuse me, we got the Ace of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles, and then the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords. So, Earth. You've been using the Earth element to heal yourself by only focusing on, things that are coming towards you. Excuse me, things that are coming towards you that fulfill you emotionally. Things that allow you to ground, in your passions and your desires. You've been kind of sowing some seeds. So it looks like you've been working on, you know, um, you've been working on just your emotions, getting more grounded. Again, this could be, this gives me like YouTube channels. So you could be listening to different inspirational, spiritual kind of messages or teachers. And this has been allowing you to really ground and root in just a lot of the kind of components from the air element, those thoughts. You've been able to, ground and root your thoughts and your emotions, in what you've been putting your energy into, what you've been listening to. The messages have been resonating. You've been able to, kind of rebuild your own intuition, look at things from the past, look at those red flags, look at the green flags, and be open to what's coming towards you in any kind of relationship, right? Sometimes love relationships can, rock our socks, rock our foundations related to any kind of relationship, right? Because we're questioning our judgment, we're questioning our intuition, right? Okay, let's do water since so many cups have been coming up. And so that gives me a lot of vulnerable energy, that cups have been showing up a lot. So let's see what's going on with the water element. How have you been using it and what's the message around that? Thank you for being here. Whenever whenever this message finds you, it'll be for you. Please definitely like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I've been having a lot of fun getting back into my YouTube channel, so I would greatly appreciate if you help me grow it again. Okay, water element. Have you been using it, and what do you need to know? Okay, Knight of Cups and the Magician, right? So this message is about the Magician, and I described this. I described this card earlier. There is the Pentacles, the Cup, the Wand, and the Sword on the table. The Magician has kind of a wand in their hand, and so yeah. So how you've been using the water element, the Knight of Cups came out again, is by looking deeper at just the ways that you were kind of socialized, the ways that you were brought up, what was modeled in your family around relationships, what was modeled in your family around, how you enter into a relationship. What does it mean for someone to, yeah, looking at the past, the Six of Cups just came out, right? Looking at the past, the ways that you were socialized growing up, what was modeled for you related to love offers, and love offers meaning friendship, work, or even partnerships. Looking at what types of healthy models you've had for yourself, what types of communication styles you've been exposed to, how you communicate with other people, and how that impacts, your relationships, how you express your emotions to people. Are you shut down around things, right? Or are you open? So that's what I'm getting for the water element. Element. Let's pull one more. We'll do fire, right? I love that the Magician card came out. Okay. Yeah. Page of Cups. Okay. Seven of Cups on the bottom. So much water. Um, so this is the card. This is like an inner child card for me. And This is the star card, which represents like healing, inspiration. So what I'm getting from these cards together and then the page of cups that came out, is that with the fire element, you have been, looking at, what's the interesting practice? Um, Looking at your desires, your attractions. Why do you desire certain things? Where do your desires come from? Right. And desire is not just related to sex, but, again, the types of people that you're attracted to, the types of community spaces that you're attracted to, and how that might be tied to your inner child, how that might be tied to your upbringing, the way that you were socialized, the models that you had, meaning, how your parents, caregivers, extended family, friends growing up modeled certain things and how you may have picked some of those behaviors, patterns, thoughts, ways of being up, and that you need to heal that now. Yeah. Yep. The lovers. As I split the deck, you got the lovers card. So you're healing yourself from love. Something happened with the love situation. Okay. Let's get let's get a little of advice about this and then we're gonna wrap up. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, comment, um, and subscribe to the channel. Let's do these. Oh no, let's do these. Okay. Let's get a little advice around the magician energy and you using nature and the elements to heal yourself. Okay. A little bit of advice. Okay. So first card out is when lessons are learned. Okay. And what I get from this card is that, um, there are candles and then moon cycles here. This image in the center kind of looks like a young person. So what I'm getting from this related to advice is, we all grow and develop. We all go through these different cycles, just like the moon, related to our growth and development. And that, sometimes we have to take an L, a loss, around certain things that aren't for us. I don't like the advisement that rejection is protection. I like redirection is protection. Okay. And that all of these lessons that you've learned and the pain or the transitions and the shifts that you've had to make from those situations and lessons are all temporary. Okay. Let's get one more. Yeah, moved up, blockages removed. Okay, so you've done what you need to do related to, you know, that transformation. There's a butterfly there related to that transformation. You have been, harnessing and tapping into some different kind of energy, and that has been very helpful with removing, blockages around your heart, around your mind, around your throat, even, related to communication. And so the advice is to continue doing that work, potentially, look into if you've been doing any kind of like moon manifestation or following your patterns based on the moon cycles. That's the advice. Thank you all so much for being here. Let me know if this resonated in the comments. And yeah, I'll see you at the next reading.